Listen, we're gonna be down here quite a while, so we might as well find ways to pass the time. How about name a video game where you play as the villain? Well, what you got? That's exactly what I was thinking. For whatever reason, games where you play as the hero are insanely common. But villains? No, 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 no. In fact, I can only name a handful of games where you play as the bad guy. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, Spec Ops: The Line, Mafia 2, Super Mario 64. Come on, good guys don't throw baby penguins into the abyss. Force Unleashed is about converting from a villain to a hero. Spec Ops is realizing you are the villain, and Mafia 2 is just, morally questionable.
Consider this a warning. You touch my sister again, I will kill you.
But why is it so hard to have a game where you're evil at the start and you're still evil at the end? No, it's not because they're boring. Here, I'll prove it. We'll play one of my all-time favorite games, Dungeon Keeper. And then magically there is a computer inside the dungeon. Welcome to 1997, and here are your game options. Play as James Bond and shoot some bad guys, or play as Fox McCloud and shoot some bad guys? Or play another type of game, Dungeon Keeper. This time, you aren't shooting baddies, you are one. Made by the now defunct Bullfrog Productions, the same company that made Populous, Theme Park, and Theme Hospital. The idea for Dungeon Keeper came about because of traffic. Funny enough, that's also how Twisted Metal came to be. Guess traffic isn't all that bad. There would be many sequels to Dungeon Keeper, some great and some not so much. But I think this one, the first one, is the best. So, launch into the game, watch the intro, which starts off pretty spooky. This knight goes into a clearly dangerous dungeon, but then, oh no. Please no. The knight starts asking one of them for a fight all polite like, but dang, he just flipped him the bird instead. He's dead. Next, Jabba the Hutt's red cousin shows up, pokes him in the eye like the Three Stooges, and then, well, he's dead.
Oh no. Anyway.
The game comes with a 20-level story campaign, which itself has 5 bonus levels, as well as multiplayer. There's also an expansion pack called Deeper Dungeons that has an additional 15 single-player levels. But let's dive into that campaign.
Eversmile. Set in the realm of joy, the people of Eversmile are plagued only by aching facial muscles, and not anthrax as we had hoped. Eversmile is a disgusting land of good humor and polite frivolity.
He'll tell you how happy and peaceful a town is before you stroll in, and then afterwards...
Branna Hawk. War and anthrax have taken to this land like fleas to a rat. The region is, thanks to your unstinting efforts, now a major eyesore.
But what is the end goal of this game? Well, it's just to ravage the world. Each time you complete a level, the world gets a little bit more fire and brimstone-y. By the time the game ends, the landscape is just a lava wasteland. Time to head into that first level. Here's the gist. There's an enemy dungeon on this level. And by enemy, keep in mind I'm talking about the good guys. They want to destroy you and you want to destroy them. The way you are defeated is if your dungeon heart is destroyed.
Your dungeon heart has been attacked. You have been defeated.
Sometimes the enemy has one, and sometimes it's nothing more than a mini-boss called the Lord of the Land.
Beware, the Lord of the Land approaches.
We shall cast you back into the shadows, Keeper.
Your minions are winning a battle. You have conquered this realm.
If we're gonna win, we're gonna need an army. Now, you start the game off with some free imps. If you want more of them, you'll have to pay some gold, but that's it. They're basically Oompa Loompas who just handle the labor. But if we're gonna get some real creatures that can fight, we're gonna need some more of that precious, precious gold. We can check out the minimap to locate some and then move over to it. If we draw a path from our dungeon to the gold vein, our imps will start carving it out. Now's a good time to mention that any of your minions, no matter what creature, you can actually control in a first-person perspective. Each one has their own abilities and characteristics. For example, the demon spawn can shoot his own children.
Has been manufactured.
Turning into one of your imps is useful because you can help them mine faster and claim territory. That's right, land is not technically yours until your imps come along and do a little dance on it. But why do you even need to expand? Well, to attract specific creatures to your dungeon, you need special rooms. For instance, if you want a warlock joining, he'll need a library so he can study, he'll need a hatchery so he can eat, and he'll need a lair so he can sleep. But most importantly, you'll need a treasure room. This allows you to store your gold and allow your employees to get paid.
It is payday.
That's right, you still have to write them a paycheck. Once you have a treasure room, your imps will bring over the gold from wherever it is in the map and put it in. Once it's in there, it'll be added to your total gold amount. You can also slap your imps to make them work harder. And if your imps have nothing to do, they'll start fortifying your walls. With a dance? This way, your enemy can't dig through and attack you while you're still preparing. Another important room is the training room. Placing your minions inside will have them level up, gaining them new attacks and better defenses. This game has so many different creatures that you gotta watch out for some bad combos. For instance, if you have a spider and a fly, the second they see each other, they'll fight to the death.
Your creatures are fighting amongst themselves.
Something else you might stumble upon while digging around are the secrets. This might come in the form of some strange pathway at the edge of the map, which when dug to, you get some free skeleton troops. Or maybe you'll find an orb which lets you take one of the enemy's own people. Honestly, there's so much to talk about with this game that this video could probably span an hour. Once you are finished building your base, you need to open up the portal. This is how you actually get the creatures into your dungeon.
An entrance has been claimed.
If you don't like the ones you get, or you just have way too many of the same ones, you can drop them back in. Opening the portal triggers the enemy's AI to attack you. You can see on the minimap a very vague direction of where they are coming from, but soon you'll see them start encircling you with their own walls. When ready, here comes the onslaught.
You have turned into a new area. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
As you progress further and further through the game, you'll discover more features and items than I can possibly do justice. You might find some purple gems which act as infinite gold. You'll have levels that have more than one enemy. Warlocks will start researching a crazy amount of spells. You'll get the prison room which lets you capture enemies and starve them into skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
You'll get the workshop room which lets you build barricades and traps. So you battle your way through 20 levels and you want to see the ending? Well, I won't spoil the whole thing, but I'll just give you this short clip. Hey, we just conquered the whole world, so why not throw a party? Everyone's having a good time? This guy's being used as a human dartboard, but I'm sure it can't get any worse than that. But this ogre picks up some random staff and he does what with it? Oh no, not again, please. All the other ogres just look dumbfounded, like they have no idea what that is. I guess I'd understand. I'm confused. You really can't make this stuff up. About 5 years ago, I bought Dungeon Keeper complete in the box for around $20. Since then, I have no clue what happened to it, so I went online to try to find another copy, but lo and behold, it's anywhere from 60 to 80 bucks now. And just a CD can cost you 20. Luckily, you can buy Dungeon Keeper Gold, which comes with the expansion and PDFs of all the manuals. And it cost only $6. So in that case, is it worth it?
Yes! Yes!